Let's shift to buy low, sell high. So, the teams that you got to mention is the caveat. The sell high team is a team that currently, as of right now, holds a playoff spot. And you don't think is going to do well. Is not going to make the playoffs. Outlook from here on out. What's the team that's on your mind?
Oh man, I feel like people are gonna laugh at me if I give this answer. Am I crazy for thinking the Bills?
Whoa.
You selling.
Wow. Yo.
Wait, hold on. Weren't you talking about the Bills going like undefeated this
Yeah,
season?
I mean it hasn't looked good.
I mean,
Can you watch?
They've had some blemishes, but
Look, have you seen the teams that they've beat? Go look. Can you pull it up? Pull up the teams the Bills have beat.
I know
And
they've
pull
beaten
up
a
the
lot
team-
of the Chiefs are like their signature win, which is not looking quite like a signature win.
Pull up the teams the Bills
know,
have
the
beat,
Texans,
and pull up the teams the
Washington.
Bills have lost to.
They beat Texans, Washington. They've beat Miami twice.
It's embarrassing.
Lost to the Steelers, beat the Dolphins, beat Washington, beat Houston, beat the Chiefs.
And then the Houston game, was Davis Mills 7 interceptions.
Yeah. Lost to the Titans, bye week, beat the Dolphins, lost to the Jaguars.
Is the Chiefs win even impressive right now?
It's still, you go to Kansas City and
I think
they won definitive fashion, so I think
Yeah.
it gets them. And look, that Tennessee game, if Jeffrey Simmons doesn't make a spectacular play, they pretty much win that game.
I just think the Patriots are coming for that ass. I really do. I think the Patriots have played very well. I mean, we have a friendly wager on the Patriots and the Dolphins.
Well, I think
I
think that's over.
I think I think this is me more so just being higher on the Patriots. I think that Patriots may win the division. I haven't been impressed with what the Bills have shown me. They can't really run the ball that well. I'm not in love with their weapons. Like I've said that from the beginning. And I'm a little worried. You know, it can't be Josh Allen throwing the ball 50 times a game. It's not going to work.
So you don't think they're going to... So from the impression I got when we set this out...
No, yeah, I can give it to you. Yeah, go.
You think the Bills aren't going to make the playoffs?
So the Bills are 5-3. The Patriots are 5-4.
Okay.
Still have two meetings against each other.
Right? Perfect.
Even that, though, you still think there are enough teams in the AFC that you would put over the Bills? You
love
think 7 teams are better than the Bills?
I'm not saying that.
Well, you kind of are if you're selling high.
Well, being better than someone and them finishing ahead of them in the standings, I think, are two different things.
To be fair, though, there are 11 teams in the AFC right now that have five wins or more.
Yeah, which is fair. I'm
So
just saying,
it
like,
is-
long term, like, you really believe there are 7 teams better than the
They
Bills?
haven't showed. I haven't been impressed one bit. The
wow.
Bills should not. Don't you think? In all reality, they should be like 7-2 at least.
Well, I don't think it's possible. I think 6-2.
What's their record? 5.
Yeah, because of the bye week.
Oh,
But
okay,
I get what
sorry.
you're saying.
Yeah, they should. They definitely should. The Jaguars game is awful. Look, Steelers
No,
was week 1 craziest, and the Titans game.
It's an overreaction, but
Nah, but I feel you, bro, because it's different losing to Pittsburgh week 1, the preseason take that you had, which I think has been one of your stronger takes this year, where you look at a lot of those wins in week 1, you're like, it doesn't really make sense. Like Green Bay hasn't lost since then. Oh, they just lost to the Chiefs, but without Rodgers. But their schedule is pretty favorable the rest of the way.
yeah.
But if you're a Super Bowl contender, you don't got no loss like the Jaguars on your resume.
And they just the games that they've won, they haven't been impressive.
Like I'm thinking of the Bucks last year. They had that play with Brady where he puts up the 4, but they lost to the Bears, who made the playoffs.
Yeah.
As much as we like to cut out,
those Thursday night games
Thursday
are
night
always
game,
a mess.
wacky, short week and shit. New team for Brady. Like I get that, and that was also early in the year. But you don't got no Jaguars loss on your schedule, dog.
Don't you feel like what's happening to the Bills now is a little bit what's happening to the Chiefs?
Kind of is.
Right?
A lot of teams are playing cover 2 shell where they pretty much.
The Bills' offense is Diggs and Josh Allen. That's it.
No, but the Bills really can't stretch the field right now, which is concerning since Dawson Knox, who I think is going to be a huge bonus when he comes back because he can stretch the field. Like guys like him and Gabriel Davis with Diggs are supposed to be these vertical threats, while Cole Beasley's your standard slot receiver, possession receiver, and then Manuel Sanders can pretty much do it all. But I do think there's a bit of a correlation. Like Sanders has been kind of non-existent the past few weeks, and when the Bills' offense was clicking, Josh Allen and him were booming. So I think they got to get Sanders going and they got to get Knox healthy. And I also want to point out the offensive line has looked kind of unstable. Losing Feliciano is looking like a bigger loss than we all anticipated.
Yeah, they can't pass protect. Everyone knows they're throwing the ball. They ran the ball 9 times last week between both running backs.
Well, Moss got a concussion, which didn't help. But yeah, there's genuine concern there. I can't. I can't fathom 7 teams being better than the Bills. Like Bills,
you know how crazy of a take this is. They're the favorite right now on WinBet to win the AFC.
I can't.
To me, they're a top 3 AFC team. I do think they're still a Super Bowl contender.
I think the Browns showed us a lot last week. Like, there's teams that I think can beat the Bills. Like, and again, I'm higher on the Patriots, so this is under the assumption that the Patriots win the division.
And 3 teams in the wild card better than the Bills.
I mean, to Nick's point, there's 11 teams in the AFC with 5 wins. One team, the Colts, right behind them in a cupcake division with 4 wins.
Okay,
I like it.
It's
Look, you bring up some points.
Yeah.
You bring up I agree that you can't have that. If you're a Super Bowl contender, you can't have that loss.
Yeah. And again, I love the net points. I agree. And look, the Patriots' net points is affected by them blowing the Jets out, and I think the Bills' net points is affected by them beating on some of the games they did win. They beat up on some bad teams.
Right.
Was it the 40-0, 30-0?
They had the Texans, they had the Dolphins, they had Washington.
75-0. Those 2 games alone, 35 and 40.
So sometimes you got to throw those things out the window. So again, I'm higher on some of these other teams that are still trying to figure it out, and so I'm gonna just say the Bills, but don't put it.